So this month's sticker was supposed to be based on Epic the Musical. Annie suggested it. I forget what our original this month was supposed to be. Irrelevant information, I know. But, so, this month was supposed to be Epic, and I, as well as she is, massive Epic enjoyers. So, it was a bit of a challenge for me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, because for a while, we didn't even know which song we wanted to base the sticker off of in general. I know we dabbled with obviously we ended up doing Open Arms, but we dabbled with like some songs from the Cersei saga, because initially I think we thought of maybe either it was Done For or Puppeteer. Honestly, I can't remember at this point. So I went with the idea of, initially I was going to do 3 different designs. I was going to do one design of us as part of Odysseus's crew, where obviously we look like we're from the Trojan War, yada yada, for Open Arms. And then one, as you can see here, is an attempt at me doing something that we would have been a part of Cersei's palace. Didn't go through with that one, clearly, because we ended up going with Open Arms. And initially the third idea was going to be us as Lotus Eaters, for the song Open Arms, just to kind of play with the other aspect, like the other POV of that song. Didn't go with that one because I remember when I was recording I got tired after the second one. Not gonna lie. So I was like, I'm pretty sure we're not even gonna go with the Lotus Eaters. So let me just keep it simple, And I remember I showed her both designs, and we ended up going with Open Arms as our choice. And eventually she also asked if I'd be interested in doing an animatic for the song, which, me personally, never done one. Never did one. But I've been an animatic enjoyer. So we ended up doing an animatic that fit with the character lore for Girgy and Annie. And I think personally, with the animatic, I think it took me, because we broke it up, we didn't do the whole song, but we broke it up in like 4 parts, going back and forth, which is uploaded to our YouTube, if you have not seen it yet. But broke it up into 4 parts, and the first part being, it was my first time, I had no idea what I was doing, and it kind of looked like whatever. It looked good, but I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then obviously Annie told me more about like the editing, where you can make it slide in stuff and move, and I was like, oh, worm. And so when it came to my second part, I think it came out much better than my first part, but I like both parts. I did anyway. But yeah, I really enjoyed making the animatic. I enjoyed this month's sticker. I thought it was interesting, because we went with, I guess the term would be fan-made musical, because most of the time when we do our stickers, they're based off of mainstream media like movies and shows, stuff like that. And I think it was a big to go with something more internet based and more fandom based. Well, I say fandom based, but everything's fandom based. But I do think I really enjoyed it. I do look forward to doing more animatics for future stickers for the month. I do think it's a good way of telling a story along with the stickers, as a storyteller enjoyer myself.
So, because of the story that we have for the sticker Patreon for My Sona specifically is kind of inspired. We hop between worlds to look for my partner because he couldn't control his dragon that I suggested to Girgy that maybe it would be fun to start doing animatics to kind of tell a story on how our characters interact with the other characters in each world and how it connects to the overall storyline. Everything that happens in each world I wouldn't say is necessarily canon. I think some things could be changed, some things could be up to interpretation, just because like the idea itself is very fun. But I had suggested Epic to Girgy because I loved the music when it came out. I was there for every release. I really wanted to make animations / animatics for these songs, but I always stopped myself from doing it. So the little Lotus Eaters are based off the official ones that were in the official animatics that were posted. And I just thought, because of Girgy's personality in general, I thought she fit really well for Polities. But we did have a hard time at first figuring out what song would work best for our characters, just because Amelia can be either really silly or she could be really serious. It really depends on the topic. But I thought in this particular situation she fit Odysseus really well. She has a big love for her husband, and Girgy is really optimistic about things like that, and I thought it would be a nice way to show that Girgy was always, it's more like it shows that Girgy's always on Amelia's side no matter what. Annie just appreciates the positivity that Girgy gives her, and that's why we chose Open Arms. Obviously, you can watch the video that we made. We didn't do the whole song just because it was Girgy's first time doing an animatic, but even then, I thought it came out really well and expressive, and she got the hang of it really quickly. But hopefully in the future with the other stickers that we end up doing, that she'll really enjoy making animatics and help us tell the story of our sticker that we have for each month. So I thought this was a really fun experience. I really loved doing this sticker specifically. I thought it was really cute. And it's and obviously it's a win for me to be able to do one of the epic songs as our first animatic to talk about our series. So